Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric Hong, Executive Director of Momiji Healthcare Society. Over this last week, I have received a number of emails from you since my last address to you on video. That suggests that my attempt at reaching you have been successful, at least to a degree. Thank you. Your feedback, observations, and suggestions are all very welcome and helpful. I have been told that the usual activities and programs having been suspended at Momiji has been hard on the tenants who feel isolated and bored. The morning exercise group, usually led by Rose, has had to be cancelled. The informal and yet regular gathering of tenants outside the Momiji store for coffee and chat in the morning has had to be discouraged. Even a few of our residents coming together in the library is something that we have been advising against. You have also been urged not to go out because the risk of catching the COVID-19 infection from being among crowds in the community is high. We have had to curtail shopping trips to the supermarkets so you wouldn't be cooped up in a car. That has to be done to reduce the risk of infection spreading through close contact. But it is awfully inconvenient, we know. Taken together, it feels like you have been deprived of your freedom to enjoy even many of the simple pleasures in life. It is probably not what you have envisioned for yourself when you decided to move into Momiji. It is certainly not what Momiji had intended for our tenants. However, these are extraordinary and challenging times. This COVID-19 pandemic is like nothing we have ever experienced. Those of you who have been following the news and the daily briefings given on TV by government officials and health experts will know that the spread of this very contagious and serious disease has yet to show any sign of slowing down. If anything, it is expected to get worse still. More people are catching it every day. More people are getting seriously ill from it, and more people are dying from it. The message issued consistently by everyone, from our Prime Minister to our Premier to our Mayor, from public health officials to contagious disease experts to nurses taking care of people having caught COVID-19, and from us and Momiji who are dedicated to keeping you safe and well, has been to ask everyone to avoid contact with other people as much as possible, to wash our hands well and often with soap and water or hand sanitizers, and to seek medical advice and isolate yourself as soon as possible if you start coughing badly, run a fever, or have difficulty breathing. Reducing contact with people, social distancing as it is called, is hard. Most people are sociable by nature. Being alone is not comfortable for many of us, but it is the most effective way to minimize the risk of COVID-19 spreading. Initially, a little over a week ago, Ontario's Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Williams, called for people aged 70 and above to stay in their own homes and isolate themselves for 14 days. That was meant to reduce the risk to older people who are at higher risk of catching the disease and was expected to see the disease spread in the community. He has repeated that plea this week, but instead of for 14 days, he is urging people aged 70 and above to stay home and not go out indefinitely, or at least until the rate of infection spreading in the community slows down. For tenants at Momiji, this is not an easy thing to do. There is not much to do sitting around the apartment or even in and around Momiji. Not getting to go get grocery is frustrating. Social distancing also means not leaving the apartment unless it's absolutely necessary. It also means receiving fewer visits from friends and family. It is no less challenging for families of our tenants. You would like to visit and support your loved ones so that they are not lonely. You would like to help by doing their grocery shopping for them and delivering it to them. Such are practical necessities, and we are not asking you to stop doing that. But we do ask that you try to balance between minimizing the risk of unknowingly carrying the virus into Momiji and keeping in touch with your loved ones. On our part, we are continuing to look for ways to help tenants to get access to the most essential of groceries. We'll shop for those who have no one else who can help them for as long as we are able. We are looking into online shopping and delivery services that might be able to help us somewhat. We are deploying people to do friendly visiting by phone to our tenants. We are monitoring the health status of our tenants and watching out for any indication of possible infection. We are cohorting our staff to reduce the risk of large groups of us having to be quarantined and further reduce our capacity to support our tenants. Not all of our tenants are able to understand the gravity of COVID-19 as a crisis. We thank those who can and are cooperating with us. We ask the families of our tenants to help reinforce the message that inconvenient and even tiresome as social distancing measures might be, it is in the interest of everyone that we all comply as best we can in doing so. Finally, I welcome anyone contacting me if you wish to address any issue with me. If necessary, I will have Japanese-speaking staff help translate for such a conversation. Until next week, stay safe and be well. Thank you.